All right, so we pick up at chapter 7, and to save the recap, which prefaces every chapter, to save their world from the Xerixian Empire, the characters embarked on a dangerous voyage across wild space. Along the way, they joined forces with a Gift Commodore, helped a vampirate captain quell a mutiny, and rescued a princess from the brig of a vampirate's ship. And not just any princess, but the daughter of their enemy. And that is where we pick up tonight. So, at the conclusion of last week's adventure, we were on the last breath, and you revived Princess Zadali and brought her back to your ship, the Second Wind. But there was a conversation, and I kind of stomped it out too quickly because I want to revisit it. The last breath is on its last legs. It is a severely damaged ship, and it's carrying dangerous cargo. I think, Exelgrix, you had suggested the possibility of blowing up this ship and just moving on and having everybody on the Second Wind. Did you want to chase down that plan or discuss it anymore, or do you think the ship is salvageable?
Yeah, I think the rest of the party kind of nixed that right away. So,
well, I just re-listened to it, and it was more me who did that. Which is why I wanted to give you the opportunity to re-go. Yes.
Yeah, I would think the same thing, because I think we'd strip the weapons off it for our boat.
Take anything of value and just make it not exist anymore.
Yeah, it has 2 ballistas and a mangonel. So you certainly... Oh, wait, no, the broken mangonel, that was on the Moon Dancer, not the Second Wind, right? All the Second Wind has is a single
Eddie will
ballista.
assist on any labor, sir.
What do you think we could actually fit from that boat onto our boat, Dan?
Let's see. All right, let's all go to the Second Wind and have a look around. So it seems to me you've already got a ballista on the stern castle. So I don't see any reason why you couldn't fit 2 more in that same area to have a total of 3 ballistas going. A mangonel, I suppose you could put right on the main deck. I mean, it could be done.
You know,
why not?
We should go to the Tomb of Annihilation after this. The Tomb of Annihilation.
All right.
Oh.
I'm pulling out my smith's tools, my carpenter's tools, and I'm going.
All right, I'll put some more ballistas down on the Second Wind and the mangonel. The work takes you the better part of a day to get done, but now the Second Wind is a more formidable fighting ship for your efforts. Did you want to leave the last breath just a floating derelict, or do you actually want to go for the fireworks?
Is there any way we could drag it behind us and use it as like a torpedo?
I mean, it does have a spelljamming helm.
So we could... By the way, I just want to say, I didn't think I could possibly love an idea more than blowing up this boat until you said torpedo, and I love this idea even more. I wonder, could a skeleton crew kind of steer it along behind us?
Absolutely. There are, of course, 2 vampirates that you mercifully rescued, and they can work with Garganhale, and between the three of them, they should be able to pilot the ship. They certainly can't man its weapons, but it doesn't have weapons anymore, so forget it. But yeah,
we just tell them the plan, and we're going to use it as a torpedo, so they got to head it towards something and then get off.
Yeah, all right. Garganhale says it would be a glorious end to his beloved boat, and he wants to hopefully use it as a torpedo against the Xerixian Empire, preferably. So yeah, he'll go along with that plan.
Nice.
All right. So let's see. Let's take off. Who's on the second wind today? We'll take off these two vampirates because they're now on the other ship. You still have Hastane prisoner. He was that Ryguard that attacked you in the big jellyfish.
Yes, and he still has the strobe light and the voice thing going.
Right. We've got Princess Zadali on board. Of course, this is Commodore Crux's boat. You picked up Topola, who is acting as the ship's spelljammer at this time. And I can see on the main deck here, let's see, we've got Mr. Flinch, Violet, and Exelgrix. So we should get everybody who's not on the boat. It's going to be crowded. But let's throw Betty and Abu. Abu's token is always too big. I'm going to fix that.
What's wrong with my token?
It always comes out a size too big, and I have to resize it smaller. I got to just tinker with it. I just keep forgetting to do it. Calathil.
I'm going to put myself in the room I'd be in the most, the workshop.
You got it. All right, I think that's everybody now represented on the board anyway. Now, Princess Zadali, this astral elf aristocrat, comes to speak to you about some things here. So she starts off with, "We both want the same thing, revenge. As my father lies on his deathbed, my scheming brother Zeleth denies me my birthright. He seized control of my father's navy, banished me from court, and left me in the clutches of his sycophants. He orchestrated the attack on your world, bombarding it with astral seeds harvested from our son Xerixis. Once the crystal vines have drained all the energy from your world, they will discharge that energy in a beam of light back to Xerixis, replenishing it. Zeleth instructed his minions to deposit me on your world so that, as I died, my energy could contribute in a small way to the light of Xerixis. Fortunately for me, my ship was disabled and boarded by vampirates. Help me become Empress, and I will undo the damage Zeleth has already caused your world."
You got a vengeful princess.
Did you have any questions based on what she had to say?
How do we know that once you're returned to power, you just won't continue this behavior? Won't you equally be dependent on these worlds being deprived of their energy?
Let's see. Zadali says when she's in control, she will put an end to the practice and find a way for her people to move on without having to destroy other worlds in the process.
Or at least find an empty world.
At the very least.
Can Thrandur do an insight check to see, check her body language and facial expressions?
Sure. Okay, you can tell that her motive has much more to do with vengeance for her own cause than sympathy for yours. But Crux, Commodore Crux, he is hesitant to trust her as well, but he says he's willing to give her the benefit of the doubt, if only to gain insight into the Empire's weaknesses.
Betty kind of likes her.
So let me get this. We have vampires and the sister of the enemy.
Right. She explains that she was supposed to share the throne with her brother, but her brother has double-crossed her and gone against her dying father's wishes.
Her name again?
Zadali.
Threndor speaks up and says, I trust this.
Let's see. There's a couple of the things Zadali knows. I already shared with you that, again, they were supposed to share the throne upon the death of their father. The death and the funeral of the Emperor are the final stages in his ascension to godhood. His dying wish was that he become one with the light of Zerixus when the star is at its brightest, and that wish prompted Zeleth, his attack on your homeworld. The only way to save your world is to destroy Zerixus, the star at the heart of Zerixus space. If the star dies, the crystal vines on the character's world die as well. And to answer your earlier question, it sounds like they would be stopping this practice. If the star of Zerixus is dead, then there is no more harvesting other worlds for their energy. Zadali goes on to explain that a member of the Imperial family can destroy Zerixus by performing a ritual at the astral font in the Temple of Light, which is located in the Imperial Fortress. The Imperial Fortress is going to orbit Zerixus until Emperor Zaven ascends to godhood, after which the fortress will return to the Astral Sea. So that was a little information dump for you on whatever Zadali knows now. This is the information according to her. But you can see that Crux is off in the corner and sulking. His mood and spirits seem to be down.
Someone should go talk to him.
Thrandor will go over and say, "What troubles you, my friend?"
Well, I am ashamed. Long ago, I tried to destroy the Imperial Fortress in the Astral Sea, but my fleet was routed by the Elven Armada. My flagship was one of a handful of vessels to escape, though only after it suffered terrible damage from Prince Zeleth's Solar Dragon mount. I lost many comrades that day, and my hatred of the Zerixian Empire is equaled only by my disgust at my own cowardice and failure.
I hate to interrupt. Did he say Solar Dragon mount?
Yes.
He did.
This guy has a fucking dragon?
Yes.
A
Even
solar
in space.
dragon.
Wow, I'm actually really impressed.
This is kind of cool.
I am definitely changing my armor out.
It's a fucking dragon, dude.
A solar dragon.
Nice.
I get the feeling it's the cover of the module.
So, Crux has relayed why he's down, but he's still feeling down. You want to do anything to try to lift his spirits or motivate him with a rousing speech, or just leave him to his sulking?
Actually, yeah, I think I'd try to inspire him.
All right. Well, what would you say?
Perhaps through our successes in this venture, it could help put aside the issues of the past. It is in future that we heal from our previous wounds.
Oh. Very deep. All right. Let's get a charisma check. Persuasion check with advantage. Nice. Okay, you made it on both counts. So, you have helped Crux regain his resolve, and just a little bit more, he stands ready to tackle the Xerixian Empire. So with his spirits raised, he gets a little bit more chatty, and he reveals the following information. Now, his plans, his immediate plans, are to locate his former comrade in arms, an old gift named Warwick Blastemoth, who left for a space system called Doom Space to join a coalition some months ago. Crux and Warwick used to communicate regularly by using sending stones, but Crux lost his stone on the Rock of Brawl a few days before your characters encountered him. When the two Gif last spoke, Warwick was in Doomspace on the moon of Arun, entreating sentient plant creatures called Artooks to join this coalition. As soon as you arrive in Doomspace, Kruk plans to use the Wild Space Orrery that you got from Topola to locate this moon of Arun and connect with Warwick. But to do that, first you've got to leave the system you're in and traverse the astral sea. So it takes a few days more travel. Everybody's had long rest at this point, but you reach the end of the system, and the colors of wild space begin to grow more muted, fading into a deepening silver haze. And soon your ship is immersed in the starry silver clouds of the astral sea. Now the journey to Doomspace is going to take 21 days. So a lot of downtime. And as you travel to Doomspace, you can engage more with the other crew members, whether it be Commodore Crux or Garganhale or Topola, or Mr. Flinch, Princess Zadali, or the captured Hastane. You certainly will be kept busy with chores on the ship, but you also could take a break for a little astral fishing if you wanted to.
I'm gonna borrow my Fea's pistol for a little bit.
Ooh, my Fea. How do you feel about that?
I'll fish.
I was about to say, my Fea's gonna smack your hand away. No, this is the only decent long-range weapon I have, sir.
I was
You have to pry it from my dead hands.
I was gonna tinker with it for you.
Wait, say that again?
I was gonna tinker with it for you.
You could tweak it.
Okay, and I will hand it to him, but I will also at the same time pull out my dagger and point it at him and say, if I can't use this gun after you're done tinkering with it, I'll make sure you feel my pain.
Ooh.
And walk away.
Now, do I fix it or I do something?
He's become really attached to that gun.
I go into my shop for a while.
All right. As the first few days pass, you can see that Crux
Time out.
Yep.
Betty wanted to go see that lady, the Sildane lady.
The Princess Zadali?
Exactly, the Princess Sadala.
Okay, yeah. What would Betty like to talk about with the princess?
Betty would like to tell her that she has great respect for her, and she's just gonna ask her if she needs like help Secret Service wise.
She's thankful for the protection that you and your comrades and shelter that you are offering her. And if your goal is to stop Zeleth, then she couldn't be happier to be a part of that.
All right. She's gonna be like, all right, cool.
Now, Crux, for his part, is practicing his aim with his firearms, and he invites you to join him. He's set up 5 wooden targets on the port bow, each bearing the poorly drawn visage of an astral elf. He is the challenge is to hit and destroy the target in a single hit, and so anybody who wants to try can take a shot at one of these targets.
I'll give it a go, says Threndar.
All right. Target has an armor class of 15 and 7 hit points. So you've got to hit and do at least 7 hit points of damage in a single shot to score the point.
Okay, what should I roll for that? Just a regular 20? Or?
Well, do you have a firearm?
Yes. Okay, so use the firearm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. So Crux says, hey, well, that's why we all suck at first, and that's why practice is important. Now, the vampire Captain Garganhale, he is spending his time gambling in a game called Dead Hands Dice. He invites you all to play and says the buy-in is 5 gold per game, unless you're feeling lucky and want to up the ante.
Betty's it. She just got turned away from that lady. Kind of upset. Ready for a gambling.
So you're going to put 5 gold up for Garganhale's Dead Hands dice game?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Dead Hand, you give your 5 gold, and Garganhale explains the rules. Now it's a head-to-head game, and what you do is you can choose any number of d6s and roll them. All the participants reveal their dice rolls at the same time, and the player with the highest total wins. But anyone who rolls a 1 automatically loses. So you can choose any number of d6s you want, and the idea is to score more points than anybody else, but don't pick so many d6s that you're guaranteed to get a 1, because you automatically lose even if you get a single 1. So Garganhale, he's going to roll 5 d6s. And how many dice would you like to roll, Betty?
I will roll 4 dice.
All right, go ahead and make your roll.
We'll see.
Four d6. Let's get a roll.
D6. Okay.
Do you need help rolling the d6s, Joe?
Oh, that didn't go on to it? Oh my god. What the hell?
No, just do it in roll 20. Just click on the toolbar to the right, and there's the little dice thing, and roll 4d6. Or the left, I should say. The toolbar to the left. All right, excellent. So you didn't roll a 1. So congratulations, you didn't automatically lose. Garganhale rolled 2 1s. So you just won 5 gold, sir. or ma'am, excuse me, Betty.
Thank you.
You won yourself 5 gold. Anybody else want to play? Doesn't sound like it. All right. Lastly, if anybody wanted to do some astral fishing, you could catch some fish to eat, but you got to watch out. Sometimes you reel in something that you weren't bargaining for.
Dan, for the whole 21 days, Calathil is just going to be practicing the polymorph spell and turning various people into various animals.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
I'll try fishing.
Sure. All right. So just roll a d10.
I'll also be fishing.
Okay. D10 for anybody. Oh, I'm sorry. There was a wisdom survival check, a DC 15 wisdom survival check before the D10.
No, I'm not good at those.
Oh, now you say it.
Right. Okay, so a failed check indicates no fish caught during that hour. But you can keep at it multiple hours. You've got plenty of time. Again, this is a 3-week journey to Doomspace.
After a week or so, I come back out and I hand my fair her weapon.
Alright, what did you do to it?
What was the final decision, Dan?
+2.
Ooh, okay. I think my Faya, after she... So, what was the DC for the fishing?
DC 15 survival.
Okay. Yeah, I might just say she spends like another hour fishing just to give time, but I'm gonna test it out after.
Sure. So, Alex, did you explain what you did to it?
You have you can tap the end of it. It now has a laser sight.
Okay, so how does that actually help me in game, or is that just how it makes it a +2 now?
Well, it's not +2 on damage. It's just +2 to hit, and it's a bonus action to turn on the laser.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I have to make a note. I don't know how I'm gonna add that, but I'll make a note.
All right. Now,
So Dan, I did make my wisdom save.
Right.
I can roll my d10.
Yep. Unless you want to use the roll you already did. All right. Small edible fish feeds up to 4 people.
Hey. Nosh time.
You didn't hook a big sea monster, so congratulations.
All right, nosh time.
Let's see. A gray scabber. A gray scabber is only a challenge rating 1/4 animal, so it's not like it's dangerous.
But Randar take another shot at the target.
Yeah, absolutely.
As I'm walking around, I walk by Commodore Crux at one point. I say, "Hey, by the way, you should go make a big sign on that boat we're going to send into them that tells them to go screw themselves."
He went from terrible to awesome.
Nice. You just splintered that target, and Crux is delighted, and the axe sparks a rousing old war story from him, and you gain inspiration.
Cool.
So, we're in the Astral Sea now. I've got a map for the Astral Sea here.
By the way, Dan, I changed my armorants around a little bit. I am now resistant to radiant magic.
Okay. That is very handy in this campaign to have a resistant to radiance.
I got my ass kicked one too many times.
All right. So, again, a good week goes by as you're traversing the Astral Sea. And you come across, in the distance, you can see 2 red dragons with riders, and they are approaching your vessels. Let's see. At this distance right now, they're about 100 feet off the bow of both your ships. You can see I have the skeleton crew on the last breath, and then the rest of you are on the second wind. So you've got these red dragon riders approaching, and they don't necessarily look friendly.
Do we have ballistae on this ship?
You do, but you might be better off at this distance. You've got a couple of ballistae now. You've got 3 ballistas and a mangonel on this boat.
I'm just thinking we might want to have them prepped and ready.
All right.
So if we want to do something, because they're in range of spells right now.
Right. I guess at this point we should just roll for initiative.
Unless someone's going to try to talk.
I don't know if they're necessarily feeling chatty. Let's get some music going here.
Can we make out what the riders are, or are they too far away?
At this distance, you can make out they look like Gith Yankee riding red dragons.
Okay, I'm going to morph into a Githyanki.
Okay.
Just wondering, do we have any way of hailing them? Like, any kind of communications on board?
They are just outside of the air envelope of your ship, so they wouldn't be able to hear anything that's going on the ship. But if they get a little closer, you can just shout to them. But right now, they're out of earshot.
Okay.
All right, so who do we got here? We got a lot of people in initiative. I'm going to put Princess Zadali is hiding below decks. Topola is flying the ship. So Crux is on deck. Mr. Flinch is on deck. We got Gargan Hale and his 2 vampirates on the other ship. So let me roll initiative for all them. Alright. I think we got everybody. Just make sure you're on the initiative list, and if you're not, let me know. And with that, the first person to act in this confrontation is Myphea.
Okay, so as I hear, did somebody call out that these guys are approaching, or?
Yeah, one of the, regardless of who it was who actually noticed them riding in from the distance, everybody sees them now.
Okay. That was my main question. I wanted to make sure we all were aware that they were here. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 100 feet. So maybe if I moved here, I could. Okay, that would be better. So I'm gonna move right about here, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna set that laser sight on just to try it out. And my face is gonna kind of chuckle to herself and be like, well, I get to try this out after all, thinking she's gonna have to test it out on a dummy.
Now that's a long range shot, so it's gonna be at disadvantage, right?
It says up to 90. It says 30/90, so I think that's just within, unless I'm misunderstanding what that range is for the
90 is the max range. So yeah, I'll give it to you. You got them in range.
Yeah. So
at
I'm
disadvantage, but in range.
Okay. I'm gonna take a shot at disadvantage at the rider. But as my bonus action, I was flipping on that
Right.
laser sight.
So unfortunately, a 13 is not gonna do it. Were you targeting the rider or the dragon?
I think I think I'm gonna go for the rider initially.
Okay. I'm opening up the Githyanki sheet here, and I can see that on roll 20 it doesn't list its armor class, so I'm just going to buzz over to D&D Beyond real quick and look this up. Githyanki Knight. Githyanki Knight has an armor class of 18. They're wearing plate armor. Right, and the dragon has an armor class of 18 as well. The shot does not find purchase, and if that is it for my Fea, we go on to Commodore Crux, and he has got a musket that has a range of 120 feet, so it's going to be a disadvantaged shot with his musket going at the rider. And he missed. Mr. Flinch, for his part, I think might come out of the initiative order because I don't think he has anything ranged. No, he's got a musket too. It says the range is 5 feet on his musket, but I think that's probably a typo. So let's give him a disadvantaged shot with his musket, same target. Oh, and he hit for 17 piercing damage. Alright. Now our Githyanki Knight gets to go. Okay, he's going to ready an action as he's waiting for his mount to get closer. And there we go to Erasira.
So you said they're about 100 feet away?
Yeah, about.
Okay. Jeez, I'm not sure there's anything I can do at the moment.
You got Eldritch Blast?
No, I don't. No, actually, yeah, they're out of range. Okay. And it looks like no opportunity for diplomacy here, so I think I'm gonna go arm one of the ballistae.
Okay. Alright, so let me drop the extra armaments onto the ship.
Dan, did we put the tree in initiative?
No, we did not, but that's a good point. And we got the mangonel right here. Alright, and let us get the tree. So let me go back to the second wind and grab that token.
Things just got
Okay. All right, so we missed. I'm sorry, we skipped Erasira. Oh no, you had said that there was not much you could do, right?
That's right. So I'm gonna go to arm one of the ballistae.
Okay, all right. So let me see. You're at that ballistae. Let me mark that it's got one of its 3 actions. All right. And then we go to Starbow. Now, what is the range? He can pick up mangonel stones and throw them up to a range of 180 feet. So it's a disadvantage shot, but he's throwing. And let's see, he's going to target the dragon.
They're descendants of the Wizard of Oz trees.
Right? And so he's going to hit for 20 points of damage on the dragon. Then we go to Violet.
Okay, so who has been hit?
Both the rider and dragon on the north side of things have suffered a hit, but the guys south of them have suffered nothing.
Okay, Eldritch Blast has a 120-foot range.
Right.
So she'll go after the rider.
Okay. Ooh, deflects off of his armor, unfortunately.
Okay, and then dragons are scary. So is there a door? Is there a place to take cover?
So, yes, if you want to get back right about here underneath the tree ant, there's a door that will take you off of the main deck.
Okay, so she's gonna go hide.
Okay. Now, the young red dragon has a fly speed of 80. My Githyanki Knight. Okay, my Githyanki Knight down here readied the action. My Githyanki Knight up here hasn't had his turn yet. So this is all the dragon, but he's taken the Githyanki for a ride with him. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. Alright, so he gets up here, right up on the ship, and he is going to drop his fire breath on you. Alright, so here comes the fire breath. It's a 30-foot cone. Let's go find a 30-foot cone. All right, he gets 5 of you right there. He only gets 4. Barely gets Abu, but he gets you. So, Mythea, Calathil, Alex, Thrandar, and Abu. All of you have to make a DC 17 Dex save. Abu is having some problems, so I'm gonna run.
Yeah, I'm right down in the hole. Roll it for me.
Alright, here comes a Dex save for Abu. Alright. Okay, so anyone who got anything under 17, which is everybody except for Mythea. No, Alex saved. Okay, so Alex and Mythea. 16d6. Oh my god.
What was that?
16d6. Okay, so anybody who failed takes 54 points of damage.
I have uncanny dodge and
Okay.
ability resistance for.
Alex and Mythea, where you have made your save, you only take 27 points of damage.
And Dan, I cast, I don't know if you saw, absorb elements,
Very good.
so I'll also take 27.
Now that I'm level 7, I have evasion, so I will be taking no damage.
Nice. So if you succeed, you take no damage.
This is what I've been waiting for. I'm like, what level do I get evasion? What?
Right.
When am I like jumping out of the way, avoiding this stuff? This is what I needed.
Beautiful thing.
Right.
For being so squishy, this is what I was waiting for.
All right. So
By the way,
they
did anyone fail by 4 or less?
I failed it, but I've got like 4 hit points. Excuse me, 5 hit points left.
No, I failed it by 1.
Anyone else that failed less than 4?
Say down.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you Flash of Genius and add 4 to your saving throw.
So I rolled 8 points for Wrath of Storm. If you got a DC 14 or better, would still take half damage.
This is a reaction you're doing
Yeah, it's a reaction, Wrath of Storm.
against the dragon, which calls for a saving throw.
Yeah.
What kind?
DC 14. I think it was a. Let me check what kind. Dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay, so the dragon made its dex save.
Would take 4 instead of 8 points then.
4 points of damage to the dragon.
Nothing big. It's kind of like a.
What kind of damage?
Lightning.
Lightning. Okay.
Alex, who did you give that 4 to?
It sounds like you, because you're the only one that failed it by 4 or less.
Okay, all right. So then, in that case, Dan, I would take 13 because I would have made the saving throw and still cast Absorb Elements.
Got it.
Thank you for that.
Excellent work, all. And now we go to Miss Betty.
So, how did we figure? And I knew this moment would come. How does my melee work? Did you decide?
How does your melee work?
Because I can't hit this guy, right? That's right next to me.
Yeah, they're hovering right off the edge of the ship. So they wanted to get up close, but I'd say they're close enough that you can reach them.
Okay.
Either one.
I'm gonna attack the guy.
All right, so you attack the rider and you hit with your hand axe, and you hit again. A crit. Let's see what that damage is. 10. So you did 2 hand axe attacks, 1 for 10 and 1 for 19, so 29 damage.
And the long.
And Exelgrix is shouting at you, Betty, to get out of the way.
Alright. Am I gonna take a damage?
An opportunity attack? You might.
No, just move like a space down left. Just from where you were.
Better?
Yeah, there. So you're not taking an op attack.
All right. And then we go to Alex.
Now they're melee range.
What you got, Alex? Oh, you got that. 8 points to the dragon or the rider?
The first one is to the dragon. The second one is to the rider.
All right, 8 points off the dragon. 9 points off the rider.
Now I'm going to Misty Step. I'm going to bonus action Misty Step. to there, and they have disadvantage on hitting anyone else but me.
All right. Garganhale, for his part, comes and mans. He doesn't have a musket, does he? He's got a heavy crossbow.
This seems awful.
This crossbow is a nice crossbow. It has a range of 100 feet. That's still a little bit too far out, but he's going to take the shot with disadvantage, going at the rider. And he misses. Our vampirate over here, he doesn't have a fancy crossbow, but he also stripped all the weapons off of the ship. So they've got nothing to fire. He does have a light crossbow. Misses. And then we go to Exobricks.
Alright, I'm firing off a lightning bolt at the two of them.
Okay.
Since it's a 5-foot wide blast, I assume I can hit both of them with it.
Yes.
Let's...
Dexterity save. Dragon makes it.
Damn.
Githyanki fails. I'm changing it so you can see the rolls. Alright.
So, 32 for the guy and 16 for the dragon.
Alright, Calathil.
Okay, she is going to bonus action assume her form of Chalice. So this is the healing one. Dan, that gives her like extra healing thing. Okay. So then as an action... she will cast Thorn Whip on the Githyanki with the idea of kind of yanking him off of the dragon.
Okay, there's a hit.
So 9 points of piercing damage, and the creature, if the creature's large or smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you, which is what I want to do. Oh, but it's dead.
His unconscious body is dragged to you, though.
Dragon.
Okay, well that's kind of cool. I'll take that. And then Calathil is going to turn and run as far as she can in this direction, which is like there. And that's it.
Alright. This vampirate here has his light crossbow. He's going to shoot at disadvantage and miss. Our Githyanki Knight never got to act. So congratulations on that point. And this red dragon is going to fly 80 feet. Which gets him right about there. And he's going to dash and land on the deck of the ship. Then we go to Thrandar.
Okay. He's channeling divinity and casting Call Lightning. Is the other dragon within range, or? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's
pretty
down on the
close.
deck of the other ship. Right.
Ooh, it's gonna. That would end up frying our allies, wouldn't it? Or do you? Excuse me. When you call the lightning, does it go to a specific point, or does it go in the whole radius?
I don't know without reading the description myself. I don't have that one
Yeah.
Call
memorized.
down a 10-foot circle within the area effect of the storm every round.
In that case, I'm going to skip the channel divinity and just cast guiding bolt.
Okay.
It's upcast. And for my bonus action, would use sanctuary. Ooh.
Guiding bolt hit, and the target was the dragon on your ship? Or right off the
Yeah.
bow of your ship? Okay, so 25? Oh, excuse me. Let's get that guiding bolt damage.
Hang on 1 second. Need to find that spell again here.
I think you can just click on the words guiding bolt in the chat.
There we go, 22 damage. Radiant damage. 22. Alright, dragon takes a hit from Thrandar. And we are back at the top of the round at Myphea. You got a big dragon parked right to your right.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, no. Animal handling is wisdom. I can't claim this mount for my own. Goddamn.
That's the way you think, though.
If I had some animal handling, I would try, but it is one of my worst skills. So I am just gonna take a shot at this bad boy. 19?
And you get sneak
Okay,
attack damage, so 27 points of damage. Nice.
Nice. Okay. And then I'm gonna, with my bonus action, I'm going to disengage and I'm gonna hop over somewhere else where I can take cover. Can get to, yeah, I'll get behind. You know what? Actually, I'll go here to spread us out a little more in case he wants to take another blast at us.
Alright, Crux is going to leverage his musket. Let me check the distance now. Still 75 feet away. That might be a disadvantage shot for him. Yeah, the musket's only got a range of 40, so it's disadvantaged, but he's shooting. He gets 2 musket attacks. He hit on that one for 6 piercing. Then we go to Flinch, who's got his musket. He's sitting up in the tree right now, and he's going to shoot his musket and miss. Get Yankee Knight down here. Hops off the dragon and runs up to these vampirates. And let's see what he does. He's going to make 2 silver greatsword attacks. He gets 2 of them. So let's see, attack number 1. 17, I think that hits for 18 damage. He's going to take a second swing and hit for 25 more, which lays out this vampirate who explodes in a cloud of ash, forcing the Githyanki Knight to make a Constitution saving throw, which he made, and so he doesn't take any necrotic damage. And then we're at Ericira, who has loaded a ballista.
Okay, is it an action to aim it?
Yep.
Okay, well I'll take aim at the dragon here.
All right, you'll be able to fire next turn around.
Alrighty.
Dealing a good shot. The tree ant is going to pick up another mangonel stone and throw it at the dragon, and is going to miss, unfortunately, as the rock sails off into space. And now we're at Violet.
Okay. Violet will, their bonus action, cast Hex on the dragon.
Good.
All right, Eldritch Blast, 15, no dice.
Ugh.
Tough hide on a dragon.
Okay, that one
All
hit,
right.
I assume.
Now this
Second beam.
dragon. Oh, second
I-
beam. That's right. 10. Yes, I forgot about that. 10 points of damage.
And Hex.
And
5
5
more
for
from
Hex. All right. Now the young dragon's turn. Now the dragon does not have their breath weapon. So they're unfortunately left with just their 2 claws and bite. So Betty, you are bearing the brunt of this. Here comes 2 claw attacks.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Let me roll that one again. All right, so that one hit for 14. Then we had another hit for another 14. Hold on, don't do anything yet. Okay. So 28, 38, 45 damage to Betty Nas.
Did the 18 hit?
I assume the 18 hit.
Yeah, it did. Okay, so how much?
45.
A mere flesh wound.
That knocks you out, doesn't it?
No, you haven't updated my hit points.
Oh, because you were at full hit points, I see. So what do you got now?
Math. 74, I just lost 45, so it's like 31?
29. All right. Betty, it is your turn. You've got a big dragon who just scratched and bit you.
Alright, it's on now.
Oh, and I got to roll to see if their breath weapon recharges, and it does not.
I'm gonna scoot over. Because if we're gonna, hold on. No, I'm gonna. And now I am going to attack.
He attack. 16 miss. 26 crit. You get 3 attacks?
Correct.
How do you manage to get 3?
I have an extra attack, and I am dual wielding.
Oh, right. We talked about this. Right. Okay. Let's roll the damage on the hand axe and the long sword. So it looks like 10, 11, plus 10 is 21.
That all has
And
plus
12 is 33 points of damage. If I'm reading that right.
4. Sounds about right.
All right. And then we move on from Betty to Alex.
So that dragon's still up.
It is.
If that dragon wants to play prison rules, Betty's ready.
Yeah, sometimes beyond 20 output is awkward. Alright. For the dragon to make a dexterity save, he made it. Is that half damage on that?
Half damage on that. Now I got a question for you, Dan.
Yeah.
How stable is this wing I'm standing beside?
Let me see. How stable? You could climb out onto it.
Would I be able to run down to it, get to the end of it, and step over to the other ship?
What, like a misty step?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's difficult terrain though, moving on these sails, because you have to go very slow and steady. Because while they will support your weight, they're not necessarily like. I wouldn't put like 2 or 3 people on them. I'll leave it at that.
I don't want to be out on that during a round, though.
Right.
I'm going to bonus action the pet then.
Okay. All right, and that's on the dragon, right?
Yes, it is.
6 pierce. He's looking beat up. Garganhale, for his point, runs up and wants this dragon off of his ship. And he's going to hit it with his energy drain. He's not going to even come right up on it. He's going to stand back and try to do his energy drain. And a hit for 24 necrotic damage. Vampirate over here is dead, and we go to Exelgrix.
Alright, I'm doing the same thing, see if I can take this guy out. So to the dragon on our ship.
Alright, young red dragon, dexterity save. Failed it, 27 lightning damage. The
Excellent.
dragon was kind of holding on to the edge of your ship and lets go, and his corpse begins bobbing in the gravity plane.
Steaks for dinner.
Right? Alright, and if that's it for Exelgrix, we'll go to Calathil.
Alright, so if I've been following this, the only person who's really damaged is Betty. Is that right?
Thrandar's took
pretty
the beating,
soon.
yeah.
Alex
Thrandarr took the brunt of that breath
almost
weapon.
half too.
That's a loaded question.
Okay, so sorry, Threndar and Betty, and who is the other?
Alex is at 46, but if I think they might be lower than me.
Okay. Alright. What is the range on Healing Word? 60 feet. Okay, so she will cast Healing Word on Betty. And then, does someone have like a vacuum cleaner on in the background, by any chance? Do other people hear that? No? Alright, sorry.
Nope.
Yeah, here.
And then,
I hear it every now and then.
okay. And then, this will go to Threndar. So 8 to Betty and 8 to Threndar. That's
Thank
her bonus action. And then she'll run over here. And I think... Sorry, I'm just looking at the range on Guiding Bolt. 120 feet.
You know what? We are getting a little bit of feedback. Thrandar, we're picking up the audio through your mic. Thank you.
Okay, and I'll cast Guiding Bolt at the Red Dragon.
Okay.
Nope.
New dice.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Vampirate over here is going to engage with this Githyanki. And is going to miss terribly. And the Githyanki Knight over here is dead. The Red Dragon here he's going to Breath Weapon Garganhale. So Garganhale has to make a dexterity saving throw. He failed it, so he takes 16 d6 fire damage. He takes 65 points of fire damage.
Holy shit.
And, furthermore, the last breath is now burning. Let me...
That's bad. Wait, who took 65 points of fire damage? Sorry.
Garganhale, the vampirate captain.
Okay, so like the dragon breathed fire in this direction?
Nope, towards this direction.
This way.
Right.
Okay.
I think they turned into a rescue mission.
There's no one from our party on that ship yet, is there?
No.
All right.
Oh, let's see if that breath weapon recharges for the dragon. It does not, so he's out of breath weapon.
So you kind of against me running down the wing and jumping over there?
Is that a question for me? Yeah, I think that'd be ill-advisable. But hey, if you do it, it'll be kind of fun to see if it works out.
All right, if that's it for Thrandar, we're back at the top of the order in Myfea.
Wait, Dan.
Oh.
Can I? I'm up and running now. Can I?
Wait a minute. What do you mean if that's it for
Oh,
Thrandar?
yeah.
Thrandar didn't do
Let's get Abu in there. Yeah, please.
Thrandar hasn't done anything. Wait a minute.
Oh, Thrandar didn't
Was it my
do
turn?
anything? I'm sorry.
Is it my turn? I'm sorry. I'm at least going to cast something.
Right? All right, let's go to Thrandar then.
Sorry. Yeah,
No,
he's going to
it's all
cast Guiding
fine.
Bolt at the dragon.
Right? Guiding Bolt on the dragon hits for 27 points of damage.
Yep.
And advantage to the next person who attacks, right?
Yep.
All right. Now, Myfea? Or let's do a makeup turn for Abu before we go on, and then we'll do
Yeah, I was
Myfea.
about to say Abu can go first.
Right.
Well, I rolled a 6, so I'm all the way at the bottom down there.
Yeah. We'll squeeze in your turn and then go on in the natural order.
Okay. Guess what? Let's do it. Short bow.
Nice. A hit.
Does a sneak attack?
No sneak attack, but you got the 6 piercing.
Okay.
All right. And if that's it for Abu, then we go to Myfea.
So he's all the way over here. There's really no way for me to get over there unless I can take a boat over.
You
I don't
could
think.
yell to Topola to maneuver the ship closer.
Yeah, you know what? If that's the only real way I can get over there, I'm gonna, ask Topola to, get us over to the other ship.
All right.
And then let me see how far. Okay, great. So that puts me within 30 feet of the dragon, and I'm gonna take a shot. Ooh, I don't know if 15 will be enough.
Did you already factor in the +2?
I think it's already factored in.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, 17 misses anyway. I just was wondering if you were getting your new laser sight bonus.
I added it when I went to go customize the weapon. I did say +2 to hit bonus.
I gotcha.
So
right.
I'm assuming it should be.
Crux is leveraging his musket. He's shooting at the dragon. And 2 misses for Crux. Now Mr. Flinch up in the tree with his musket. He only gets 1 attack though, and no, he really missed. Get Yankee Knight here is going to attack the Vampirate. A miss, I think 14 hits. Yep, 14 hits for 23 damage. And that is it for the Githyanki, and then we go to Erasira. You can shoot this ballista now.
And I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, I'll go for the dragon. So what would I be attacking on that? Would I just roll a d20 or?
Here, let me get the living ship up here so I can see the ballista. The ballista has a range. Okay, so it is +6 to hit, and does 3d10 piercing damage. So roll a d20 and add 6. Nice! You crit. That doubles the damage dice, right? That takes it from 3d10 to 6d10?
Yeah.
You just shot a dragon with the ballista. Roll 6d10.
Okay.
Perfect average. 40 points of damage. Okay. Boom. Boom with the ballista shot, making it count. All right, that's it for Ericira. All right, our tree ant friend is going to throw a mangonel stone at the dragon and hit for 23 points of damage. And then we go to Violet.
All right. Can I move my hex onto the dragon?
Yep. No dice.
I'm not rolling well.
Ooh.
Nope.
All right. Dead dragon. Next to Betty.
Do we have control of this situation, or do you need Betty to do?
We're still killing a dragon and get Yankee from one ship to the other. Do you have ranged weapons?
Perhaps. I only have like 20 movement speed, but I do have. I haven't had an axe that I can throw at him, so I'll throw my.
Miss.
All right, I'm gonna throw my other hand axe at him.
Hit.
Nice.
Seven points of damage. But now you have no hand axes.
You know,
Alex.
let's get the job done and we'll worry about everything later.
So, Dan, it says I have to use a 1 to 5 pound object for the catapult. I'm going to pull out my water skin, which is a 5 pound thing of water, fire that at the dragon, and hope the damage and the spray that'll help with the fire.
Okay. $21. Half damage?
Yep.
All right.
Then I'm going to bonus action the pet.
Bonus action the what?
The pet shot. He's just he's not on the board, but I just assume he's beside me.
Oh, gotcha. Right. The homunculus, right?
Correct.
And he acts on your turn?
Yes, he does.
Okay. All right. So we're at Grimzod. Grimzod. What is Grimzod gonna do? Grimzod shouts, "Abandoned ship, she's gonna blow," and takes a shot, a ranged shot at the dragon with his energy drain, and misses with the energy drain as he's fleeing and gets onto your vessel. And then he screams for Topola to move the second wind away from the last breath as fast as possible. Exelgrix.
Okay. I'm just gonna, let me see the range on this. Yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna hit the dragon with a shatter.
Okay. Constitution save. Made it. 6 damage.
Yep.
Alright, Calathil.
All right. So, who is this person?
That is one of the vampirates, one of Garganhale's crew.
Where Garganhale is where?
He just jumped over onto your ship.
Okay. And this one here is fighting the Githyanki pirate.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Cal, and this is like one of the guys that we. This is one of our 2 people, right?
Yes.
Okay. Calathil's gonna run over here and cast Polymorph on that guy,
Okay.
turning him into a giant eagle.
You have
And actually, as before she does that, she's gonna scream, "Fly after us!" to him and whatever his name is. I forget his name. So whatever his name is, fly after us, and then she'll cast Polymorph and turn him into a giant eagle. And having fulfilled her misguided need to try and not kill random people, she will. That's it. Because she can't. Having cast a spell, she can't cast another spell as a bonus action, I believe. Is that right?
Unless it's a cantrip.
Right, which it's not. So
Okay.
that's.
And you're concentrating on polymorph.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Alright. Now, your newly morphed vampirate gets to go. And he is going to follow Garganhale's command and abandon ship. So he's going to start to... Well, he'll first disengage and then fly away. What's the eagle's fly rate? Fly speed of 80. So totally can get away from the ship and then some. That is what that vampirate does. This red dragon turns and moves over to the Githyanki knight and then lowers himself so that the Githyanki can reboard him. Seem like they're getting ready to flee. Abu. Abu does a Psychic Blades attack against the dragon and misses.
What about the bonus?
Sorry again. What about what?
The bonus attack for 18?
That hits for a total of 7 psychic damage.
Okay.
All right. And then, lastly but not leastly, Thrandar.
He's going to cast Guiding Bolt at the dragon.
All right. Miss. All right, now at the top of the round, Topola downstairs is going to move the ship. Let me try to do this. I'm going to end up moving everything. Damn it. Alright, I got this. I know how I'll do it. I'll go the other way. There we go. So a little bit of distance in between the two ships now as Topola begins moving it away. The fire, you can see, is spreading. It's actually getting worse.
Okay. My question is there anything, if it's gonna blow, is there anything I can do to accelerate that explosion?
Yes. As a matter of fact, if you wanted to, there's enough holes in this thing where you could aim a carefully placed shot right at the cargo hold and try to blow up some of the barrels of explosives and alchemist fire in the hold. But it's a tough shot. It's like armor class 19 to get it between the boards.
I mean, I can't really do anything else because there's no other enemies around. So I'm just gonna, for shits and giggles, I want to blow up a ship.
All right.
Oh.
Do I do it at a disadvantage or just normal roll?
Just a normal roll.
Cool.
He's like, Shady would have made that.
And the shot grazes on the edge. It does not get inside to target the thing. So you did some damage to the ship, but didn't manage to penetrate the hull.
Could I give her my inspiration?
You could?
Let's do that.
Do I roll that?
Just roll another pistol attack.
Alright.
Oh, look at that. Okay, let me look something up.
Listen, we talked about it at the beginning of the session. It had to happen.
Okay, aboard the second wind. Firing on the last breath.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Okay, so the blaze was already burning, starting to burn in the cargo hold. But then, with a carefully placed sniper shot, you targeted one of the explosive barrels, and it caused a cascading effect. The exploding barrel set off the alchemist fire, set off the rest of the barrels, and there was a huge explosion. And it actually damages everything. Anyone and anything within 100 feet of the ship takes 20 d10 fire damage.
Oh,
which
shit.
you are all in the line of sight here. So let's get some dexterity saving throws to see what we can do to mitigate this damage.
I can die gracefully.
25.
Alright, it is a DC Dex 14.
Is evade applicable here?
It is?
Nice.
Alright, so...
Yes.
Let's see.
What was the DC again?
14. Now, if you rolled it...
As I'm blowing up, I'm going to give my inspiration to Cathals to boost that 11 to a 15.
Okay, so Calathil got to 15.
I will heal all of you I can.
The Githyanki made his dex save, and the dragon made his dex save. So I rolled the damage. Everybody who failed their save take 105 damage from the explosion, the massive explosion on the ship. You probably want to get a little further away and target it with a ballista. But this was it. So if you made your save, take 52 points of damage.
So I rolled a 14, so that means I made the save, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then I have evasion, so I take none of that. And as penance, my Fea will be assisting whichever healers are still up, because she didn't expect it to be that bad of damage.
How much damage was that again?
105 on a failed save and 52 on a successful save.
Dan, I'm going to cast Absorb Elements too, so that gets me down to a 26, I believe. 27. 26.
What's the twice the hit points? Is that you twice that you have total of what you have at that time?
No, it's twice your total maximum. So if you have 70 hit points, you have to go to negative 70 to insta-die.
Right. Frandar,
Right.
did that
I just want
kill you?
I just want the negative 56.
But you have 73, so you didn't insta-die.
You're good. Yeah, you're fine. No problem.
So that depends on the maximum or the number of points that you actually have.
The maximum. Did you? First of all, how much damage did you take?
I took 105. My maximum points.
How many hit points did you have when you took the 105?
I had 13.
Uh-oh.
So that puts you at negative 69 plus. So unfortunately, Thrandar, you did die.
Permadeath.
Right? Unless somebody's got to revive.
Does someone have Revivify?
I did.
Damn it. I thought that you
I
did.
really did not know it was going to do that much damage. I am so sorry.
You should not feel bad. That was the single coolest thing that's happened in D&D combat.
My
Okay.
fault. I gave her inspiration.
That is actually so appropriate. So Dan, as I pull myself up from the burning, hulking wreckage, I'm going to look around and see who is in need of healing.
Violet is at negative 52 out of a maximum of 53.
Oh
Sweet.
my god.
Okay. And
Betty has one hit.
Dan, is it safe to assume that the dragon and the Githyanki are obliterated, or do we still have to deal with them too? Are we still in initiative? Is I guess my question.
Not really. The blast killed the red dragon outright. But the Githyanki, who was standing on the deck, made his save, so he got thrown from the wreckage. He is now unconscious and bobbing in your gravity plane.
Okay. So, I'm going to heal. Do we want to stay in initiative order, or are we not in initiative order? If we're in initiative order, I'll wait.
No, I don't think we need to be. I think...
I just step away for a second. What do I need to roll here?
Oh no.
All we need to know.
Looks like a dex
Betty's
save.
relentless
yes, a
endurance.
dex save DC 14. Okay,
Oh,
so
good.
you take 52 points of explosion damage.
Oh, wow. That's all?
Yeah. And
We have a
Thrandar died in the explosion.
Oh. Okay. That's not
And
good.
he was the one with the Revivify.
Okay. So, I will now cast Healing Word. So I'm just running around madly casting healing spells with hair and clothes on fire.
Right.
So first we're going to start with a second level Healing Word on Violet. So that's 10 points of healing to Violet. And then bonus action, I will heal... Who else is negative? Alex.
Alex, right?
Yeah.
So Alex, that's going to be 5 points of healing to you. Are there other people who are down, Dan?
Oh, you know what? I didn't roll for Crux. So let's roll for him. He failed his save. Commodore Crux he's at 0 hit points. He's unconscious. He didn't die, though. And our vampire friend, the eagle, let's just say he makes his save. So he only takes 52 points of damage. 26 of it kills the eagle. And then the leftover 26 kills the vampire after he changed back.
Oh, no.
So the vampire and eagle are dead.
Wow.
Mr. Flinch has to make a dex save. He failed, so he takes 105 damage. Minus 105. Which puts him at negative 56, which insta-kills Mr. Flinch. And our tree ant friend...
We barely do.
Right? Dex save. Made his dex save. Wow. Not a very dexterous thing, a tree. But 52 points of fire damage. And they are vulnerable to fire damage, so that's 104. Now,
nice knowing you, pal.
Now, at the same time, the ship itself took a lot of damage. So let me put an icon out for your living ship and do the 102 damage to the ship. So the ship itself is at half its hit points after that explosion.
Is there anyone else who is down, making death saving throws right now?
No. Crux is technically making death saves, so I guess you could heal him, but Flint is already dead.
Alright, I'll heal him with the first level healing word. And one of my compatriots, so 6 points to Crux. Who's lowest?
That vampire, or is he not worth?
No, that vampire's toasted.
Garganhale. I forgot to roll for Garganhale. I keep forgetting how many other... So he failed his save, so he takes 100 something damage.
Violet's only at...
But get this,
10.
right? You want to hear how close Garganhale came to dying? He's at negative 82 hit points after the damage, and he would have been insta-dead at negative 86.
Okay, so he gets that 9.
Okay.
Alright, now he's a vampire, so I don't know that traditional healing magic works on him, but they don't have anything about that in the rules, so we'll just, rather than a spell, we'll say that you just stabilize him.
Okay, well, I probably wouldn't know that, so I'll heal him, and
Okay.
if that doesn't work, or if it does damage to him, oops, and then, I'll do one more on, Violet. This will be at, let's see, this will be at 2nd level, and I'll twin that with healing for Betty. So 8 to you, Violet, and 7 to you, Betty.
Right.
Is there anybody that needs to be stabilized?
I will.
The only thing we could possibly use is a res right now, which we don't have, a revivify.
Yeah, I do not have anything that can bring Threndar back. Now, we could go find a way he's dead for him.
Do we have a way to preserve his body? Does anyone have, like, Spare the Dying or something that makes the body stable for 10 days?
Nice.
I think.
What is that spell called? It's not called Spare the Dying. Spare the Dying is to stabilize someone.
Revivify
It's like-
somebody who's been dead for 5 minutes.
I think it's called Gentle Repose.
Gentle
where you
Repose.
Gentle
body.
repose,
yeah.
right? That's the one.
Yes, I remember because of Silas. And that damn head.
I don't think I have that. I'm checking. I mean, I don't have it memorized for sure. Let's see if I get. It's part of the Druid spell list. I don't think it is.
That explosion was no joke. And
think we
your
have a
ship
problem.
is significantly damaged. Not as bad as Garganhale's was, but it's taken quite a blow.
Okay, Dan, question for you. And I would accept anything on this. So D&D Beyond does not list Revivify as a druid spell,
Okay.
but the player's handbook does. So, never mind. I was going to say I would have taken Revivify, but I didn't. So, yeah, I don't know. And I also didn't have the material components. I don't have diamonds lying around, so I guess it doesn't matter either way. Never mind. I'm going through like the bargain stage of grief here over Rendar.
Right.
I'm like, just settle in. It's like a warm bath.
Now, if we take his body and throw it out into deep space outside the envelope attached to a rope, will it freeze it and stop it from composing?
You are in the astral sea. So, one of the... Let me see if I can actually even get this directly from here. So...
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt,
No.
but we saw with the pirates. Can we get a vampire Thrandar? Like the pirate crew, like could that be a potential like vampire Thrandar?
Oh wow.
I say go for it.
I like
We
the
still have that hostage guy. Does he have any spells?
I don't think you could force him to work with you, though.
Not after what I've been putting him through.
Or we could trade him his freedom unconditionally for helping our friend, if he can. Which I don't know if he can.
Or is there a point, Dan, where I can totally break him?
What is this, Picard with the 4 lights? I mean, what? Trekkies get the reference. Okay, so Hastane, your prisoner, is sitting down there, and he's not feeling any kinds of cooperative. But if one of you wanted to offer his freedom in exchange for helping, it might get him to talk.
Is he a healer?
What was that?
There is someone to talk to.
So Hastane says he can help you, but he demands his freedom in exchange.
Abstitutes, right? Betty doesn't care. Let them free.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm willing to let him do it.
Yeah, if he actually brings him back, then he gets his freedom.
And we never see him again.
And hopefully,
Yeah, I would make that a stipulation.
hopefully Dan hasn't read a lot of Stephen King.
So here's poor Hastane, who only has 6 hit points, but he lays.
I'll heal Hastane. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Hastane.
Okay.
And then subsequently Guidance to try and get small recompense for the weeks and weeks of torture we've been putting him through. So 2nd level Healing Word, and just for shits and giggles, Violet, I'll give the 1d8 point. So 5 points to Violet and 7 to Hastane.
Hastane says he can bring your comrade back, but there is a price to pay, and he won't be 100% of his former self.
Told you.
But he
Okay,
can do
what?
it, and he expects you give your word to let him go when you're done.
Yes. Calthil's just like frantic and is just like, yes, absolutely, do it.
All right. So Thrandar, you see a bright light at the end of a long tunnel, and you're moving towards the light when something drags you back. And you have 1 hit point, but you also permanently suffer a loss of 1 constitution point.
Ooh.
But you are back from the light in the tunnel and back on this mortal coil.
What the hell was that?
Calathil, just weeping in joy, is going to cast a 3rd level healing word on Threndar and give him the bonus. So that's 21 points of healing.
"21 points of healing for Thrandar." Now Hastane, for his part, or their part,
Gets
because
to walk
they're
the plank.
androgynous. Let's see.
How far away is this thing?
We give him a lifeboat.
We're not going to let him live, are we?
Just make him walk the plank.
What? No, he's done his job honorably, what he promised. We should give him whatever he needs and send him on his way.
Well, right now, he has nowhere to go. He has no ride in the middle of the Astral Sea, so he's going to have to wait until you touch down to port somewhere to get off or whatever. So he's not going anywhere for the time being, but he refuses to be kept in that cage with that talking spike anymore.
No, then we can move him to a different cage.
Okay.
We can't let him walk around the ship and
That's fine,
Yeah,
as long as...
I can dispel those things I have down there.
All right, so Hastane has done his part, and he wants to be dropped off next time you are in civilization, basically.
You're in the astral plane right now?
Yes, you're in the Astral Sea, right.
Is it literally as easy as just dropping out of warp and going out into another atmosphere, dropping them off and going back out, or is it not that easy?
Well, you know, one of the aspects of the Astral Seas are something called color pools. And I'm kind of going from memory here, but color pools were portals to other planes. So it's possible that you might encounter one of these color pools, and Hastane would be happy to disembark and make his way there. Thrandar, we're getting that feedback again.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. There we go. All right. Okay, so everybody can full rest. Mr. Flinch is still dead. And Crux is very broken up about that. He's been his first mate for a long time. He implores Hastane to do the fix on him, but Hastane explains that he simply can't do it. It's not something he can do on demand, unlimited. So Mr. Flinch is going to stay dead, unfortunately. And let me...
During our travels, then, could we be working on repairing the ship? I have no idea if that's something that we need like a dock for, or could we be doing it as we're going?
You can cast mending like once an hour. Each person who's capable of casting mending can do so once per hour to heal, I think, 1d8 hit points.
Alex can do it.
Violet can do it.
Yeah, so like over the course of the voyage, that should be enough to get us back to full hit points on the ship, I think.
Grinder's got it.
So you, on your several days trip, you do encounter one of these two-dimensional pools of rippling colors, and it is 60 feet in diameter. It's big enough to bring the whole ship through, but Hastane, for his part, says that he is he is happy to go try out his luck and be rid of you people. So he is the color pool is magenta, and he seems to indicate that he knows that it goes to the realm of pandemonium. But he's comfortable taking his chance there and finding his way home. So no more Hastane on the ship.
Doesn't go through the pool.
He does go through the
Just
pool.
walk through it.
Yep.
No,
He
it just
flies
lets
through
you.
it. Right.
Just disappears. I throw a dagger at him.
He does.
I've seen the 10. Doesn't hit.
Oh, you were shooting at him as he left?
Yeah. Just doesn't fight very well.
That missed.
No. I didn't expect to kill him, but you know.
Right. Right. All right, so the rest of your trip through the Astral Sea, which again takes days and days and days, goes uneventfully. Before we move on, you've got this unconscious Githyanki bobbing in your gravity plane. He was on the other ship when it exploded. Did you want to interrogate him, leave him, kill him?
I mean, if we want to interrogate him, I could talk to him. I could speak Githyanki.
Yes, but you got to be stern.
So anybody have any thoughts of what to do with your unconscious Githyanki?
Do you guys want to grapple him overboard?
I thought Exo was going to talk.
If we want to interrogate him, I can. I mean, I can speak Githyanki.
And I'll pull out my grappling hook and rope
Let's do the trick.
and hook him in, and then let them go to town on him.
Okay. So he's on board the vessel right now. We'll say he's restrained, but he's conscious again. He regains consciousness after the explosion and just looks at you with a look of contempt on his face. He is so far remaining silent.
I'm going to ask him why he attacked us.
He said, we're patrolling Githyanki space, and we saw an opportunity to, two relatively weak vessels. We thought we could, how would he put it? We're marauders, and you look like an easy target.
And who do you work for?
They're part of a pirate crew, or pirate operation that exists. They say that there's how did they put it? That there's an astral dominion not far from here that they belong to, and they were just out looking for intruders into Githyanki space.
Any other info we want to get out of this guy?
Ask him who his father is and what does he do.
Who is who?
Ask the Githyanki who his father is and what does he do.
Probably
Frandar, I'm getting that feedback again. Thank you, sir. All right. He says his father and mother were warriors like he is. And they all fight for the Empire, or for their empire, not the Empire. So the Githyanki demands to be put to death. He's like, he will not live in dishonor as a captive, and demands that you kill him.
Okay, so where are we moving on beyond?
I say we strap him to the mast.
I mean, we can't be worried about those kind of frivolous things. We're on a mission from God.
I figure strap him to the mast, he could be the ship's figurehead.
The Flying Githyanki.
Yeah, I like that.
Or we could just keep him in the cage, because our last prisoner came in handy. So
I think they owe us a ship.
Good point.
Well, to be completely fair, I owe us a ship.
Betty will always listen to the voice of reason.
So I'm doing some math here, and I'm looking at the Githyanki Knight, because that's what he is, and it says he has a silver greatsword. He says it says it's a magic weapon attack. So it's +9 to hit.
Ooh.
I'm doing the math here, and I see he has a +3 proficiency bonus, and he has a +3 strength, so that tells me that there's 6. How do we get to +9? Does that mean it's a +3 magic sword?
The math
shit.
that
That's what the math says, right?
to me, yes.
So this is a +3 magical silver greatsword.
On some random pirate?
No, a Githyanki Knight.
Well, we've been trying to promote, like diversity, so we should probably give it to Betty because she's a half-orc woman.
So this magic weapon, it's a +3 silver greatsword, and on a critical hit against a target in an astral body, it severs their silver cord. You guys are physically in the astral plane. You're not projecting into the astral plane, so you don't have silvery cords. But people who project into the astral plane have a cord that comes off their back, and if that gets cut, they can't find their way back to their body. And they basically end up comatose in the real world while their spirit is forever trapped in the astral plane. So that's
Betty should get it. She's a barbarian, right?
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Oh no, I mean, yeah.
First of all, Betty is a mother, okay?
Oh, God.
She wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for her kids, okay?
Why not just roll for it?
She will accept the sword.
I think we should roll for it at random, see who gets it. That'd be fair.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, anybody that has the proficiencies anyway.
Oh, fine. Yeah, that's good. I do not have the proficiencies.
I have no use for it.
Is there anyone other than Betty that has the proficiencies?
Thrandar?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Never mind. Sorry, I thought it was only her.
You have a proficiency for greatsword?
Martial weapon?
Martial weapon, yeah.
Oh, hang on. I thought it was a longsword. Forget it.
If you want
I
it,
say fight to the death. With this board.
I'll find some.
Hey, you know what? You guys talk about this for a minute while I take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back.
This is so like I started D&D in 2nd edition, and this is the part of 5th edition that I always don't get. So you're saying that like a cleric can use a greatsword in 5th edition?
They have martial weapons
Right,
proficiency. Why not? Yeah.
That
Yeah, they jumped the
silly.
bludgeoning thing in 4th, I think.
But I mean, forget the bludgeoning thing. Like in 2nd edition, you used to have to choose like a couple weapons as opposed
I
to like
usually
a
make
list.
it pretty easy. I've been playing this game for 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure the other guy's been playing for a lot longer than me. So, always go to senior.
No, I agree with the clerics. I had my forge cleric in a different campaign. I was using battle axes and everything.
Yeah, if you have
Yeah.
to build a cleric,
I
the
know,
second
but we're
stack
divvying out
can
out
be
loot. Right?
strength or constitution. So in theory, you can build a strong cleric who could totally,
Yeah.
some heads off with a greatsword.
I also
Yeah.
get the point that like it seems silly that you're able to use an entire class of weapons. Like if you're
Yeah.
a great sword user, you don't have any idea how to use like a rapier.
No,
Even though I mean,
exactly.
different class, but you know what I mean.
That's my objection. It's just more like it's like a lifetime of training to be able to use one of these weapons well, and I just think it's stupid that D&D 5e is like, here's 30 weapons you can equally use well.
Right.
But that is the rules as written, so we should take advantage of that for sure.
I think that all the time, but the only other thing is like, well, are there going to be that many like consumers that are going to put that kind of work in?
This is a good point.
That's why we're here right now.
Well, that's why I suggested the random roll. That way it's fair.
I don't want it. I want it to go to Senor.
All right, I am back. Thank you all. So
If nobody wanted it, I'd use it, but honestly, take it. I wouldn't feel right.
I was suggesting a random roll just to, have it random. Anyone that's a martial class.
If I win, I'll just.
all right, so
Okay, Threndar, you should take it, and then the next time you blow up, we'll take it off of you.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it would be fair if we rolled
Did I
for it.
unintentionally set up a good, hook as to why Thrandar's not with us for the next couple weeks? Maybe, but we fixed that, so not a big deal.
So your Githyanki, you want to keep prisoner, or you want to let him go? He says he can travel the astral plane without a ship.
I don't really want to let him go.
He says by the time he gets back to his base, you should be long gone and out of this region of the astral sea.
Yeah, and what type of armor is he wearing?
Plate.
Yeah, I'll say one. I'll let you go once I get that.
Let's do some math on this to see what kind of plate he's wearing. So his base armor class would be 10, right?
Yeah.
Then his dexterity bonus is only a 2, so that makes it 12. And wearing plate armor, that's the other 18, so it's normal plate armor, I think. But what's the armor?
I would prefer it be standard plate armor for my infusion.
I just want to see if it's... So, plate armor class is 18. So it's just non-magical, okay.
That's actually better for me.
Okay. He says,
Yeah,
you vanquished me in battle. It's, you're to the victor goes the spoils.
And then I'm gonna let him go if you guys don't oppose.
Yeah, I have him tell his buddies back home to watch out for us, I guess.
Yeah, you blow up your own ships in an effort to kill them.
Right.
I'd say we'll let you go, provided you and your marauders, never interfere with us again.
Yeah, if you see us, you better just back the fuck off.
I think we should take his top.
That's good. Just
He says he can't speak on behalf of the other marauders, but he says that you have my word that I will not attack your vessel again.
works for me.
Patty thinks we should
Yeah.
take his.
And with
Take his
that,
what?
His top knot, his scalp.
so he
You
just
guys are
walks over
kinda
to the
lame.
side of the boat and jumps
I'm-
off and starts flying away.
Okay. Hey, anyone can use a set of splint mail?
Nope. I mean,
What did you say it was called?
Splint. Looks heavy armor, right?
Splint's medium, I think, isn't it?
I think
Eddie's visibly aggravated.
Splint. Let's look up Splint.
By the way, I'm
Splint.
not perfect.
Splint is heavy armor.
Oh, really?
It
Okay.
is. Yep. So we all set with equipment distribution, and everybody's long rested and back up to full.
Oh, didn't do the long rest. Nope.
All right. What we can, because again, another week goes by uneventfully in the astral sea. When the silvery haze begins to thin as the ship enters a wild space system that appears to have no sun, the ship glides between colossal fragments of a smoky gray crystal substance, remnants of an outer shell of fantastic proportions. As silent and lifeless as a graveyard, Doomspace gives new meaning to the phrase dead of night. After 3 days' travel through the labyrinth of crystals, you catch sight of a yawning black vortex limned in dim light. The wild space orrery shows the black vortex with 2 planets slowly spiraling around it. The system also has 12 moons, 1 close to the vortex, 1 orbiting each planet, and 9 outer moonlets. There, says Crux, pointing at the biggest of the outer moons. Arun is just 7 days away. With luck, that's where we'll find my old comrade Warwick Blastomoff. His mission here is to create unity out of chaos, and knowing him, he's done a bang-up job. Let me see, I have a Doomspace handout here somewhere I want to show you, so I can show you what the Wild Space Orrery looks like. Player art handouts. Alright, I guess what I'll do is I'll move you here so you can just see it here. Everybody see that?
Yep.
Alright, excellent. So the swirling black vortex, no sun at the center. That is called the Eye of Doom. And you've got a couple of inner planets and a bunch of outer little moonlets. And Arun, as Crux said, is just 7 days away. You guys, again, all are adequately multiple full rests. Plenty of time for tinkering and whatever else you want to do for your downtime ship activities. So flashes of light on the surface of Arun can be seen from orbit. As the ship descends toward the moon, you see a wasteland dotted with pillars of rock. Arcs of lightning leap from pillar to pillar. The ship heads toward a plateau that is 100 feet tall, a mile wide, and covered with jungle foliage. Knowing the ship can't land safely, Crux gives the order for the ship to hover just above the treetops. Then he shouts, "Mr. Flinch, drop the ladder!" And that's when he remembers Mr. Flinch, his long-term compatriot, has died. And he is very saddened by that, and
I should have.
And he says, perhaps one of you would be so kind as to drop the ladder then.
Betty will do it. Betty will do it because
All right.
she's moved by his speed.
So you move. Release one end of the rope ladder that extends 50 feet down to the ground. The jungle below is alive with the sounds of wildlife. Who shall join me on the away team? Asks Crux.
I go.
We'll go.
I can't wait for you all to meet Warwick.
Sure.
All right. And so, excuse me. So everybody climbs down the ladder onto the rocky plateau.
Yes.
All right.
What's the two of us then? Three of us?
All right. So you get down off the boat and you start. Crux starts leading you all into the dense jungle foliage, looking for Warwick. When a shot rings out, and a few seconds later, a uniformed Gif bursts through the foliage with a musket in one hand and a look of panic on his face. "Apologies in advance," he shouts as he makes his way to the rope ladder. Pellets of radiant light fly through the air, narrowly missing you as several starfish-like plant creatures creep out of the jungle and advance threateningly. Let me drop them on the map. So here is the Gif that is running, and hot on his tail are all these plant-like creatures back here. Okay, so I guess we all roll for initiative.
Oh, wow. I can't believe you decided to do that.
Everybody's fully rested and ready to go.
Absolutely.
Dan, can you drop the minion for this one?
You got it. Come here, minion. Mignon. All right, everybody take a minute to make sure you're on the initiative order. And we will get going here. And up first is Abu. You've got this Gif who Crux shouts out is Warwick. So you know that this is who you were coming to find, but he's eager to get the hell out of here and get back to the rope ladder. So he's running in your direction with these dozen or so creatures on his tail.
This one is Warwick right here. One in the middle.
That's Warwick, right?
Right there. Then does it look like any of the enemy group is the specific leader?
Say again, I didn't quite understand.
Is there anyone that looks like the leader of the group?
Well, these three Artooks in the front have slightly different coloration and patterns on them. So they could be.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Away from everybody.
So there's Abu off to the side. And a Psychic Blades attack against one of the, I'll just tell you, these three in the front are priests, while the 9 in the back are warriors. So you're going to target one of the priests?
Yeah, the middle one.
Okay, his armor class is 14, so that hits for 6 psychic damage.
And then the bonus.
Alright, Alright, so I hit the one in the middle for the 6 damage, and then 7 more on the same target.
Yeah.
Alright. Ericira.
And then
Oh, I'm sorry, you're not done?
I'm assuming under trees, or are we in the forest?
Say again, I didn't understand.
Are we in a forest that looks like there's trees behind us? Or,
Yes, yeah, it's
Like-
dense jungle foliage.
okay, so can I want to hide behind a tree or something?
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Yeah.
Okay, their passive perception is 13, so they still see you.
Okay.
Alright, Ericira.
Okay, I will shoot an arrow at the same guy.
Okay, the priest in the middle, got it.
Sure.
Armor class 14, so that's a miss.
All right, bonus action.
Ooh. Rough. Okay, so this guy gets to act. Let's see. Okay, so this priest... trying to think... So he's going to try to shoot out. This tongue shoots out from the priest. And let me change it so you can see the rolls.
A tongue, like from his mouth.
Right.
Wow.
A long whip-like tongue that launches out at Warwick. So Warwick has to make a DC 12 dexterity save.
What did you do?
Person's best friend.
So he made the save. So he manages not to get grappled by the tongue that tried to ensnare him. That was a bonus action on the priest's part. Now he's going to make a couple attacks. He's at a distance, so he's going to shoot his radiant pellets at Warwick. Warwick is armor class 12. So Warwick gets hit for 7 radiant damage. Then we go to a warrior back here. Let's see what the warrior does. Same thing, really. The warrior shoots out with his... Oh, I gotta see if that recharges. It doesn't. Alright, so no tongue. Alright, this one lashes out with its tongue and tries to lash Warwick. Warwick has to make a DC 11 dex save now. And he failed that one, so he is grappled and pulled. Up to 25 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So Warwick gets yanked back by the tongue. And our friend is now going to make 2 melee attacks on him. And is going to miss and hit for 12. Changing it so you can see his rolls. So Warwick gets hit for 12 damage. Now this warrior here is going to move up around Warwick and melee him. Miss, hit for 11 damage. And we go to Myphea.
Hey, wow, this is quite a lot. Let me see. Okay, so that's pretty close. I don't have to get too much closer. I'm just gonna take a shot at the one right in front of me. Hopefully that'll get their attention.
This priest right up front?
Yeah.
Okay. 28 hits for 6 piercing damage.
Alright. And then as my second action, I am going to attempt to hide in the brush over here.
Alright, make a stealth check and beat a 13.
Come on. I've got really good stealth now.
There you go. Alright, so you are hidden. They will not be able to target you. And then we go to Violet.
So you said these are plants?
Yes, they are intelligent plant creatures. Let me see if I have any handouts for them. I'm not sure I do. Yeah, okay, here's a handout. This is an Artuk priest. This is what the priest looks like.
Ooh.
And let's see if we have a handout for the Artuk warrior. Because they don't look totally different, but they... There you go. So those are Artuks. Plant-like creatures.
Okay, well, since they're standing in a nice clump, I guess I will use Fireball.
Alright. And you'll target it so that it doesn't hit Warwick and this Artuk up here?
Right.
Got it. Fireball's a good spell. Let's see what it does.
Alright. That's the most badass.
Let's see that fireball.
Yeah. Found it.
Alright, 29 damage with a DC 15 dex save. Made it. Failed. Failed. So 14, 29, 29. Minus 14. Minus 29. Minus 29. And then all these other Artuks, they've got to make their saves.
Are they vulnerable to fire?
Yeah, are they vulnerable?
No vulnerability, right. Good question to ask, but failed. Made it, so that is minus 29 and minus 14. Dex, fail, fail, fail. So the next three all take 29. Alright, and then the last three, Dex, fail, made it, fail. So minus 29, minus 14, and minus 29. A very well placed and effective fireball against this group of enemies, but it didn't manage to drop any of them, just damage. And so with that, if Violet is all done, we will go to this warrior.
They do look a little wilted.
Let's see, they're not all that fast.
Going to move, actually.
5, 10. Okay. And let's see who we're attacking here. We've got like 10 different possibilities here. 1, 2, 3. So coming at Calathil with the Radiant Pellet attacks. I think one hits for 9 damage.
That sounds right.
This warrior here is going to attack Warwick. 2 hits for 23 damage. Warwick is taking a beating. But now it's his turn. What's Warwick want to do? He wants to break the grapple and get the hell out of here. So he's going to try to break the grapple. He has advantage on strength checks. So he breaks the grapple and begins to run away, but he's going to take opportunity attacks.
Cool.
5, 10, 15,
Let's keep moving on.
20, 25, 30. So he runs. He's going to take 4 opportunity attacks. Miss, miss, hit, hit. 18 points of damage. All right. And then we go to Thrandar.
Calling lightning.
Ooh, okay. And that's going to hit all these guys, right? Like a fireball does?
It has a radius. Let me check what it is here.
It's a 60-foot cylinder.
60-foot cylinder.
Sorry, but the 60-foot cylinder is where you can call lightning down within, but the lightning affects everyone within 5 feet of the strike.
Oh, it's that spell.
All right, so where do you want the lightning bolt to strike? All right, and it will get the 3 priests and 5 of the warriors. Am I doing that right, Nathan?
That is some bad aim.
Yes, I think so.
All right. Okay. Oof. All right, so the priests, 3 priests need dex saves. 1, 2, 3. Holy shit.
How the hell does that happen?
Wow. Wow.
Right. I should
Buy a lottery ticket.
Right?
Really?
All right, so that's half damage on a save, so 31 becomes 15.
Yeah.
15 for one priest, 15 for the middle priest, which cooks his goose, and 15 for this guy. All right, let's do some warriors. We got 5 warriors. Dex saves, right? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 or 2 succeed. The last 2 succeed, and again take 15 damage, and the other take 31.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Yeah.
And 15. And now the others take 31. Alright, a very effective spell. You just cooked a lot of our tooks. And now we go to this guy up here who's managing to hang on. He is again going to try to use his tongue. Let's see who he targets, though, because at this point they're interested in all of you. Alex, make a DC 12 dex save.
And if I don't, it's going to drag me over to him so I can hit him?
Yes.
I'm going to fail.
You're going to let it lasso you in? All right. And you get dragged over. That's a bonus action, so now he can attack twice. And he's going to... and miss both times. This warrior here is dead. This warrior... 15, 20. And, my Fea, you get radiant pellets chucked at you. That both miss. Alex.
I'm grappled, right? So all I can do is just punch him.
Yeah, you are grappled, right. $14 hits for 5 damage. As you punch this plant. And then we go to Exelgrix.
Nope, I'm not done.
Okay.
Oh, you're not done.
Nope.
I'm sorry. I'm jumping the gun tonight. Sorry.
No, that's what you're supposed.
4 strike misses.
And that's it.
Okay. All right. Now Exelgrix.
Okay. This is probably overkill, but it's going to be fun. I am going to cast Blight on this guy right here.
Okay.
I have a 12 portent roll available to me, so he will fail his save.
Okay.
And let's throw that up there.
39 necrotic.
But he is a plant creature or magical plant, yes?
Yes.
So he makes a saving throw with a disadvantage, and the spell deals maximum damage.
All right.
So
So 39.
64.
64. Minus 64.
Completely unnecessary, but man, it's fun.
Right? And
You have to get it all over me?
that guy just pops and spreads plant juice everywhere.
Good stuff.
Then we go to Calathil.
Sorry, unmute. Okay, so... Gone is the nice little cute bunch of all sorts of enemies all together, huh?
Right.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use a wild shape to go into the archer. So that allows me to take a ranged spell attack when I go into this as a bonus action.
Very good.
I'll attack, I guess, this one. Oh, whoops, sorry, I don't think. This one here.
That's the GIF that you were coming
Never
to
mind.
meet, right.
No, not that one. That one.
That one, right.
Okay. That's a miss.
Oh, it is.
And I will cast a bonus action Sacred Flame on the same one.
That's wisdom, right?
Dexterity, I think.
Dexterity. Okay. He made it.
Okay, so that was totally useless. And finally, Caltho will step back into these trees, and that's it.
All right. Betty Nas with her fancy new sword.
Hold on.
Oh wait, no,
You
Thranдар
were
got
not-
the sword. Thranдар got the sword.
Hold on. All right, you just ruined everything, Dan. All right, I'm gonna.
Betty Nas runs up.
Double move with a bonus action.
Double move with a bonus action.
My bonus action, I'm gonna flip Dan off. All right, I'm done.
Do you have an attack? No?
No, I double move.
Okay. Abu.
Alright. I just storm the guy grappling. And I miss. For my bonus, I'm going to use Steady Aim, which gives me advantage next turn.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to climb up this tree, however tall it is.
Okay,
Alright.
you just moved Betty, right? That was bad.
Yeah, because that's where Betty was standing, right?
Yeah, she went right into the fray.
Right, right. All right, so if that's it for Abu's climbing a tree, he gets about 15 feet up. And then we go to Erasira.
Okay. Fire an arrow at this guy.
That's your comrade.
Oh, sorry. Dow. Alrighty then.
Yeah, the plant creatures are attacking him as he's trying to escape toward your vessel.
Okay. I'll shoot one at this guy then.
All right. 14 hits for 4 damage.
And bonus action.
Hit for 8 more, same target.
Yep.
Boom. All right. Then we go to Archuk Warrior back here. Is going to run up and attack Betty Nas. 2 hits for 20 damage.
A mere flesh wound.
All right. Well, let's see how you like this one.
It's not a contest.
Another 9 points of damage to Betty Nas.
Okay. She's a little aggravated now. You did.
How many? What's your hit point total right now?
45.
45. All right. And that was that Artuk. And my Faya.
Right. If I'm still hidden among the brush, I'm gonna take a shot at this guy.
Ooh, there's a hit for 14 damage.
Nice. And then I would like to again go back into hiding, so I'll just make a.
Doesn't she get sneak on that one?
The stealth here is preventing them from targeting you, rather than making you a completely unseen attacker.
Okay. Yeah, I'd still rather be not targeted as much as possible.
Right. Right. Violet.
Right. Let's see. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this one.
Okay. Hit for 12 takes him out.
Okay, so then my second bolt will go. I'll just go this one.
To the priest. Hit for 11. Another one bites the dust.
And since that seems to be working, I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points and quicken another 2 bolts.
Oh, wow. 15 hits for 5.
Okay. And again.
19 hits for 11 and takes him out. All right, Warwick blast him off. His movement is 30, I believe. Yep. So he's going to move 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As he rushes past Crux, he screams, "Permission to come aboard, sir?" And he is making a beeline for the ship and encouraging all you to come too. Thrandar.
Since he's still concentrating on lightning, guess would bring it down there. It's not going to affect anybody but that thing. 5 foot from the strike, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, because he never lost concentration on it.
Right.
That can't be right.
A dexterity save for our friend. He makes it. So he takes 9 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, and is that it for Thrandar?
Yeah.
All right, Alex.
I'm
No
assuming.
no longer grappled because the thing grappling you died.
You got backup now.
All right, 21 for 15 damage
Correct.
and 7 if he moves.
Correct.
Anything else?
And I'm going to have the no. I'm going to have no, not this one.
Okay, Exogrex.
Alright, I'm just gonna pelt this guy with magic missiles. At the top right here. Is he the only one left?
I think so.
I think so too. Alright.
4, 2 is 6, and 3 is 9, and that takes him down, and the fourth missile shoots off into the distance.
Good stuff.
Boom. All right. Congratulations. Crux yells out, "Warwick, it's safe now. We got we've gotten them all." And Warwick stops and actually backtracks over back toward his friend and lets out a long sigh of relief and salutes Commodore Crux. But right at that moment, the earth heaves as two massive bullets, armored creatures, burst from the ground.
Wait, what?
And here ends Chapter 7. Now, we've got 15 minutes, so I suppose we can start this fight if you want, or if you want to decide to run away and not do battle with these creatures and try to get back to your ship. But that doesn't sound like you guys.
Not at all.
Sure doesn't.
Hey, we can in 15 minutes.
I would say yes, but then I would run into them running out, and then I would have to hit them.
So your new initiative, right?
No, we're going to use the same initiative. I'm just going to go ahead and add my two bad guys to the mix. There's bullet number 1 and bullet number 2. Okay. And we'll start with Abu.
Alright, so yeah, these things pop up out of nowhere. And what is it? The one, this one first. $14, really?
All right. So which one are you targeting, right or left?
Left.
Okay. 14 misses.
Yeah. And then my bonus again. One on the left.
That one doesn't get through either. All right. Add it for Abu.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit in the train sulk.
Okay. Erasira.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Sorry, 1 second here. Let's back up a little bit. I'm gonna cast. What am I gonna cast? I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. And I'll target this guy here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll target him.
And what's the save for that? Wisdom?
That is a Wisdom save.
All right. He failed. No, he rolled an 11, so he made it.
Okay.
So
Half damage.
no damage, or is that a level 1 spell?
Oh, it takes half damage.
Okay, so 2 points of psychic damage. All right. All right, now going is this big bad guy. All right. There's 4 targets immediately in this area, going left to right. Oh my god, Thrandar, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to target you like this after you already died at the beginning of the session. But here comes the bite attack. 24 hits for 29 damage.
Komodo dragons are terrifying. I'm sorry.
Right. So, Thrandar, you take 29 damage. That is the bullet's attack. And we go to Violet.
Right. I guess bonus action hex this guy in front of me. And then Eldritch Blast. 18.
18 hits. 13 damage. Plus your hex damage.
And I was muted, but I was trying to say Wrath of Storm.
Oh, okay. Let me finish with Violet's Eldritch Blast. I'll come back to it.
Sorry.
That's okay. Alright, so 15 damage to the bullet. Now, that was one Eldritch Blast. You got another one, right?
Yep.
13 misses. It deflects off of his thick armored hide.
Okay, then
all right.
she's gonna back up.
And Thrandar had Wrath of the Storm. So that was an attack roll of 14?
Yeah.
So their armor class is 17.
Well, it's not an attack roll. They have to make a dexterity save.
I was looking at the 14. That was must have been a damage roll. Okay, yeah,
that was a damage roll.
Got it. I got you. Okay, I'm catching up. Dexterity save 20. Half as much, so 7 points, right?
Yeah.
All right. Myphea. Oh, no, excuse me, Violet. No, you just did your turn and then you ran away. Right, Myphea.
Okay. Don't like how close I am to this thing.
Right.
So hoping it doesn't notice me, I'm just gonna take a step back. And I'm gonna take a shot at it.
Opportunity attack missed. It snapped at you, but you quickly dodged.
Okay. I'm gonna take a shot. The 16 hit.
It deflects off his hide.
Damn. Okay, and then with my other action, I'm going to disengage and run away. You know, like a bunny rabbit, hopping away.
All right. Warwick, for his part, grabs his longsword and makes 2 attacks. Hits and misses. 14 slashing damage. Thrandar.
So he's going to attack with that great sword.
Okay.
And for his bonus action, casting Shield of Faith. So he doesn't have a shield anymore, but it's like he still has his 18 armor class, basically.
Got it. And that's basically a great sword plus 3 if you want to add it to your inventory.
Yep.
But it is also very clearly a Githyanki blade. And if you ever encounter other Githyanki, I'll let you know they won't take kindly to you being in possession of one of their blades.
That's probably very true.
So that means that it'll track them in, and we'll get more of them.
Right? Cottage industry.
Sorry, I thought I added it to the inventory, but I guess it didn't. Okay, sorry about that. One second. Okay. Great sword. Let's see. It looks like it loaded every great sword here. One sec. There we go. Okay.
All right, 14. Again, doesn't penetrate their armor, unfortunately.
Okay.
Just the one attack?
I think that's all I had.
Okay.
I had the attack and his bonus action was already spent. Yeah.
All right. So this bullet here, he's got 4 targets. Let me just read this real quickly. All right. The bullet does its deadly leap and leaps over and lands on Betty Nas and Alex. Betty Nas and Alex each must make a DC 16 strength or dexterity saving throw. Your choice.
Oh, well, I got a lot of good things.
So Alex and Betty need either a strength or a dex saving throw. Your choice. And Alex, you're muted. Okay. All right. So Alex failed. What about Betty Nas? Betty Nas, are you reading me?
I am, and
Okay.
I do believe I get advantage, but I will do it. It's Constitution.
No, it's a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I do believe I get, because I'm a half orc, I get advantage. But we'll do 2 right here and see what happens.
All right, so you clearly made your saving throw. On a successful save, the creature takes half damage and isn't knocked prone. All right, so Alex, you get knocked prone. Let me mark you as prone. Betty, you are on your feet. We're talking 6d6 plus 8 when it's all said and done. 66 plus 8. So, Alex, you take 27 points of damage, and Betty, you take 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And then, Alex, it's your turn.
Dan, as my reaction to that, actually, what size is this?
This is a large creature.
This is up close and personal.
All right, so he gets pushed.
Opportunity.
I don't think opportunity attacks happen on forced movement. I'm not sure.
I feel like I have to ask.
So it takes half my movement to stand up.
Yep.
Just wanted to do that. Now I'll walk over and hit him.
All right, and so 12 points of damage. Another 8 if he moves. Anything else?
That's it for now.
All right, Exelgrix.
Okay. I'm gonna move. If I can select the right
There you
Roll20
are.
tool.
All right.
And I'm moving down around him.
You do have me
And
flanking
then,
with Randar.
I do, but I'm going to use a lightning bolt.
Ah, very good. Oh, and get
try
both
to
of them.
and hit both of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Dexterity 15. One in the front failed and takes 30 lightning.
Hey, Dan,
And this guy back here takes 15. Yes.
a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
When I was looking for that attack roll here, I just hit the attack roll on the screen that said +3.
Yeah.
But if I look at my attack rolls for the greatsword, it shows as a +8.
Right. So you're saying that roll that you did that was a 14 would have been a 19?
Yes.
Right. So that does hit. So you just tell me the damage and I'll throw it on him.
Okay.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. And Exelgrix, we did your lightning bolt. Is there anything else for you?
Oops, sorry.
Nope, that's it.
All right. Calathil.
Okay, so I'll use my bonus action to send a ray of light at this one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be... Sorry. 11 radiant damage. And is it still alive? I assume yes.
It is.
Okay, so I'll cast Guiding Bolt at that one. The other one.
Okay. 16 just misses.
Misses. Okay, that's it.
All right. Betty.
Here she is.
$13 doesn't cut it. Neither does 15. I think you get one more.
I do.
$14. Oof. Miss. And back to Abu.
This works this time. Psychic Blade. Since that failed, we'll spend upon it.
16 just misses.
Alright. That's it.
Ericera.
Okay. Let's see. Launch a bolt at this guy.
Okay. $11 misses.
Bonus action.
$17 hits for 19 damage. Down it goes. And he didn't get his turn. Violet.
Right, I use my bonus action to move my hex to
Right.
the other guy.
$15.
doesn't.
Glancing blow. 10, he just flat out misses.
Okay.
Alright. And you're happy where you are, and we go to my fair.
Okay. Okay, good thing that guy's away. Let me see. Alright, I'm gonna take a shot at that guy.
23
Yay.
and 23 is 46.
Yep.
Wow.
Since my allies are right next to it. Oh my god. And that didn't kill it. Before the end of my turn, I'm actually going to, because I always forget to add this. Where is it? Oh, okay, I'm gonna also add Whales from the Grave onto that, just to... Oh my god! What are my rolls tonight?
Right. All right, you
Just
still
skip that
got a
thing.
little left in him.
Alright, and then I think, because that's, what is that? After your sneak attack, yep, I'm just gonna use with my second action to go into hiding.
Okay.
So, roll stealth.
Warwick is going to take out his musket and take a shot. He's going to hit twice for 21 damage, and he takes out the bullet. And the threat that they posed is now over. So congratulations on 2 fights in a row, no rest in between, and but you handled those bullets easily. So excellent. Well, that brings us just to 5 minutes past the hour here, so I will call it a night. But we did finish Chapter 7. Chapter 8 begins with either fighting the bullets or running for the safety of their ship, so we've already kind of dipped our toes into Chapter 8, but only barely. We will get into it next week for sure, but thank you all for tonight. Thrandar, was this going to be your last game with us? Are you going to be here next week, or? You are muted, sir.
I'm attempting to do some swapping on my schedule, so I'm going to try to be here.
Okay, all right. So we hope to see you, and anybody else planning? I know as we get into the holiday season, things can get hectic. I myself had my office Christmas party today before the game. They did it from like 3 to 5, so I still was able to come home and play. But I know holiday obligations might be coming up, so if anyone's going to miss any time, just try to let us know in advance. And other than that, we will call it a night, and I will bid you all adieu.
Right on.
All right, everybody. Thanks
See
again.
you next week, guys.
It was a good session. Thanks again.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, we
Bye.
had a 1 in a million shot into a ship and blew it up.
I can tell you I'll already be on the 27th on a plane home, so I won't be here.
Very good. All right, everybody. Have a good one.
You too.
Hey, guys.